Following comments by a South African minister to the effect that compensation will not be paid to those Nigerians whose properties were looted, shop burnt, and even life taken, but the government of Nigeria reciprocate by appropriating the profit accruing from South Africa shares in all South African companies in Nigeria, including their banks, IBCT, that the money be seized and used to pay Nigerians, taking into account that this decision to give Nigerians June 30th as deadline was taken by a mob and respected by the government of South Africa. So we can't allow our people to come, we take taxpayers' money to pay compensation when South Africa investment and profit is being taken away. I urge that the profit be appropriated and use it to settle those who have been brutally destroyed, business burnt, life lost.
Thank you.
This does not require any further investigation because the facts are self-evident.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and a quick one. This is a Nigerian senator reacting to a circulating video of a minister, South African minister, who made a statement that those of Nigerians who claim that they have businesses or properties in South Africa will not be compensated. Yeah. Meanwhile, this senator is calling for the Nigerian government to act decisively based on what the minister said. According to the senator, the Nigerian government need to act towards the businesses belonging to South Africans, freeze their profits, use the profits from these businesses to compensate the businesses of Nigerians that were looted, lost, or destroyed in South Africa. That's what this Nigerian politician is agitating. And before I show you the video or the speech made by the minister of South Africa, the South African minister is a woman, by the way. Let me first tell you that, yeah, this is a motion that was brought in the National Assembly, which is Nigerian National Assembly, But then it has not signed into law or some other. It's still a debate. Yeah, still a debate. I mean, not all the politicians still support it, not all the senators still support it. Some still believe that, yeah, let the Minister of Foreign Affairs do their job, and at least it has not gotten to the point of freezing the profit of South African businesses, in Nigeria just to compensate returning Nigerians from South Africa. Some senators still believe that, why saying, okay, let's still give them time to see what the South African government will do or how they will act towards this abuse or violence in South Africa, targeting Nigerians and other black immigrants. Meanwhile, let's look at the video that caused this whole thing. I mean, the statement, the speech from the minister of the South African minister is a woman, what she said that made this Nigerian senator to be calling for Nigerian government to forfeit profits belonging to South Africans. Let's listen to what she said.
If you own a property in South Africa, it's registered. If it's a house, it's registered with the deeds register, Office of the Deeds Register. If you own a car, it's registered in the INAT system. If you own a business, it's registered with the CIPC. If you're renting offices, they're registered with landlords. But we'll be interested to know where the drug dens of Nigerians are. So they can show us where they've been holding the drugs so that we can clean the drugs in South Africa quite urgently. Those who had properties in South Africa, those properties are in the law. Informal squatter camps and informal settlements are never properties because they are illegal in the country. So you are already violating our law if you're going to tell us about a shack in some informal settlement. That's why we have also, as government, approved the PI, what is the protection of, the one that makes sure that when we evict and remove informal settlements, there's no longer going to be informal settlements built in the areas, including the evictions in the informal settlements, in line with our court judgments. So if there's no compensation that will come from government, those who leave their properties, if they are properly legally registered in the country, they can dispose of the properties in the property market in South Africa, whether it's a movable or immovable property. And we are going to seriously appreciate to be told where are the drug dens. Thank you very much.
Saliu Shumale, I represent the great people of Edo North in Edo State. I rise to move the following comments by a South African minister to the effect that compensation will not be paid to those Nigerians whose properties were looted, shop burnt, and even life taken, but the government of Nigeria reciprocate by appropriating the profit accruing from South Africa shares in all South Africa companies in Nigeria, including their banks, IBCT, that the money be seized and used to pay Nigerians. Take into account that this decision to give Nigerians June 30th as deadline was taken by a mob and respected by the government of South Africa. So we can't allow our people to come, we take taxpayers' money to pay compensation when South Africa investment and profit is being taken away. I urge that the profit be appropriated and use it to settle those who have been brutally destroyed, business burnt, life lost.
Thank you.
It does not require any further investigation because the facts are self-evident.
Thank you very much.
A month ago, and this Senate, under your leadership, we took a decision that the issue be investigated by Foreign Affairs. You even suggested, your leadership, that we should send people to South Africa. So it doesn't mean that our decision must coincide with your opinion, with profound respect.
Okay, what we do,
You want
we
us
tell
to
the
be careful
committee
until the people are killed.
Senator Shobali,
When one
the
man
committee
monopolize madness, there can be no peace.
Okay, Chairman Committee.
The following comments by a South African minister to the effect that compensation will not be paid to those Nigerians whose properties were looted, shop burnt, and even life taken, but the government of Nigeria reciprocate by appropriating the profit accruing from South Africa shares in all South Africa companies in Nigeria, including their banks, IBCT, that the money be seized and used to pay Nigerians. Take into account that this decision to give Nigerians June 30th as deadline was taken by a mob and respected by the government of South Africa. So we can't allow our people to come, we take taxpayers' money to pay compensation when South Africa investment and profit is being taken away. I urge that the profit be appropriated and use it to settle those who have been brutally destroyed, business burnt, life lost.
Thank you.
It does not require any further investigation because the facts are self-evident.
Thank you very much. Before with what is going on in South Africa, the way those gangs of protesters, or whatever you want to call them, are going about doing what they are doing as we speak is not in line with civility. It's uncivilized. We see what is happening in America, but who is doing that? They call them ICE, a government body moving around to check illegal residents, getting them arrested, and so on and so forth. But now, gangs going around in the name of protesters, persecuting, intimidating people, killing people in the name of protest is not something that should be accepted. It's unacceptable. We cannot allow that. But then we need to be very careful as Senator Abdullahi has said, particularly because we lead in Africa. We set the pace. Whatever we need to do, we need to be very careful. Like what Senator Adam Oshobole said, sometimes we don't take things that I've said, on social media or whatever. We need to analyze what is always put out there. I saw what he's talking about. What the minister was saying was that those who live in shacks, illegal settlements, will not be paid anything because they were illegally occupying those areas. But those who have titles, nobody will take those titles away from them. Nobody will take those properties from them. I saw that minister, one female minister. Nobody will take those titles from them. Even if they have been displaced, those properties still belong to them. The titles are in their possession. But that's not an excuse. Why do you even allow them to be displaced in the first place? And what even Senator Yahya is talking about, the government should be bold enough to say, oh, we are being threatened by certain people who are conspiring to destabilize our nation. The president should come out to tell the world. So maybe they have a problem. They are brothers, we helped them before, we can still help them. Maybe we can, after the committee has done its work, maybe you find it necessary to advise the South African government, this is your problem. Come on and tell the world your problem. All right, so let's not put the cart before the horse. I beg you, the former chairman of APC, a respected elder statesman in this country, internationally renowned labor leader, please, let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's allow the committee to do its work. It's being headed by your colleague, your former governor, well experienced, and someone who has the pedigree to do this investigation. Under his, to chair the committee to do this investigation. Let's allow them to do that, and then we can move on. And Senator Yahya, please, can you, add additional prayer that the committee? Well, we don't need a prayer for that. It's their function, It's their committee work. So I beg you, I plead with you, based on your pedigree as a labor leader.
My consign, a month ago, at this Senate, under your leadership, we took a decision that the issue be investigated by Foreign Affairs. You even suggested, your leadership, that we should send people to South Africa. So it doesn't mean that our decision must coincide with your opinion, with profound respect.
Okay, what we do,
you want
we
us
tell
to be
the committee
until the people are killed.
Senator Oshobole,
when one man
committee
monopolize madness, there can be no peace.
Okay, Chairman Committee, so that we can take decisive action on this matter. Chairman, is there any member of Foreign Affairs Committee here? Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
So 2 weeks. Chairman, Foreign Affairs Committee. Mr. Chairman, Foreign Affairs Committee. Chairman, Foreign Affairs. Chairman, Foreign Affairs. Please, we would like you to table your report in respect to what is happening. The xenophobia attack against Nigerians and other nationals in South Africa. We would like to have that information so that we can take action on the matter. So we give you 2 weeks to submit your report. So thank you, Senator Oshobole, for showing understanding. And let me commend everyone that contributed to this debate. And I want to tell you that it is known to all that the government of Nigeria is doing very well through the Minister of Foreign Affairs and also the Diaspora Commission to take care of those that have been affected by this heinous act by those who are perpetrated in South Africa. So the government of Nigeria is doing very well in this regard. Senator Dingi, as an opposition senator, said Nigerian government is not doing well. We are doing well. We are doing well. What you said is to add more, to give more attention to what is going on. But the government is doing very, very well. And I can assure you that they are always in touch with our citizens in South Africa on a daily basis. So thank you very much. And we hope the South African government will listen and try to look inwards on how to deal with this matter. Allowing thugs in the name of protest to harass, steal people's, loot people's property should not be allowed. And even some people are even talking about going to the International Court of Justice to seek redress. So they should be very careful. They were the ones that went to that court, to seek redress on behalf of the Palestinians. So it is going to be something that will surprise the world if nations begin to go to ICJ to seek redress for their nationals that have been killed, maimed in South Africa. They should look inwards to solve this problem. So thank you very much, and I commend Senator Asuko for bringing forward this motion. Thank you very much. Leader.
Yeah. Is well, I don't know what to say, but you see, according to the National Assembly leader, he said that while it is important to take action against South Africa, it's also necessary to be cautious, on what to do. It's also necessary to apply caution and apply brake, not to act with emotion or sentiment, towards this hotel. And I believe I don't support freezing anyone's account or freezing anyone's profit, just to compensate. But what I believe that South Africans has chewed more than they can consume, and so the Nigerian government need to tackle the South African government face to face. I mean, they need to tackle it with their government, not businesses belonging to South Africans. Those businesses has nothing to do with what was happening in South Africa. I mean, as much as we know, those businesses are being operated by they are corporate businesses or organizations, so they do not in any way relate to government, or some of them do, or support whatever that is happening in South Africa. So I believe taking caution will be the best, and not acting out of emotion or just to pay South Africans back, and because you could end up hurting Nigerians more, who are in Nigeria. Anyway, what do you think? Drop your opinion on the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.